I was never interested in just being the best. I was obsessed with being precise, precise with my strikes, precise with my thoughts, precise with my purpose, because a man who is truly precise cannot be stopped. That's how I trained my mind, like a sniper. And if you have the will to master yourself, I will show you how to hit your goals with deadly accuracy. Most people live like they have unlimited chances. They set one goal today, then chase another tomorrow. The moment something feels hard or boring, they switch directions. It's like trying to hit 10 targets with a single bullet. You won't hit any of them. That was never my way. When I set a goal, I treat it like a life or death mission. I choose one target and give it everything. My energy, my time, my complete attention. I shut everything else out. I don't try to do 100 things well. I aim to do one thing with perfection. People ask, is it possible? I never ask that. I ask, is it essential? Because if it's not essential, it doesn't deserve my focus. It's a distraction, and distractions are deadly. Once I lock onto a goal, I cut through the noise. I say no to things that don't help me. I stop listening to opinions that don't matter. I don't waste time being busy. I only do what moves me closer to my target. When your mind is focused like a laser, even the impossible starts to look simple. But you must be ruthless with your focus. You must be willing to drop everything that steals your energy. No more multitasking. No more chasing distractions. No more hoping things just work out. You choose your target, and you keep moving toward it. No matter how slow it feels, every step still counts. This isn't about talent. This isn't about luck. It's about refusing to miss. Because when you train your focus like that, you become unstoppable. You don't need 100 bullets. You just need one shot. And the discipline not to waste it. Most people live with minds full of noise. They wake up already overwhelmed, thoughts racing, fears shouting, opinions swirling. It's like trying to aim at a target while standing in a storm. You can't hit anything when your hands are shaking and your vision is blurry. But me, I trained my mind to be still. Still doesn't mean empty. Still means sharp. When the mind is calm, you see everything clearly. You don't panic. You don't react to every little emotion that comes and goes. You stay grounded, focused, in control. A sniper doesn't pull the trigger in a rush. He slows his breath. He waits. He finds silence inside himself. And then, only then, does he act. That's how I lived. I didn't move just because I felt pressure. I didn't speak just because there was noise. I learned to wait for the perfect moment. Because when your mind is still, the right move becomes obvious. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is power. It's the power to choose what matters. It's the power to stop reacting and start creating. People would ask me, how do you stay calm in a fight? I didn't stay calm because I was fearless. I stayed calm because I understood what was happening. My body moved fast, but my mind stayed slow, clear, quiet. I didn't let anger, fear, or ego take the wheel, because those emotions make your hands tremble. They ruin your aim, and I refuse to miss. Stillness is something you build. It's a habit. You train it every day. You sit with your thoughts. You let them come, but you don't chase them. You breathe deeply and return to now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. And here's the truth. When your mind is calm, you become dangerous. Not because you attack, but because you choose exactly when to strike, and when you do, it's over. Because a still mind is like a sniper's finger, steady, patient, deadly. Most people wait for success before they believe in it. They wait for signs. They wait for proof. I never waited. I saw the strike before it happened, before I threw a punch, before I stepped into the room, before I chased any goal. I had already seen the outcome in my mind. Clearly, not just once, hundreds of times. I didn't just hope it would happen. I rehearsed it until it felt real. That's what people don't understand about greatness. It doesn't come from luck. It comes from vision, from seeing the result long before anyone else can, even when no one believes. even when there's nothing around you but doubt and darkness. If you want to win, you must become obsessed with the image of success, down to the smallest detail. See yourself in the room, see your hands doing the work, see your name on the result, and not just see it. Feel the air, feel the emotion, feel the pride, feel the peace of knowing it's already done. When your mind rehearses the win, your body moves toward it without hesitation. You don't stall, you don't flinch, you don't wonder if it's possible, because in your world it already happened. People will call you crazy for believing so deeply in something they can't see. Let them. They don't need to see it. You do. This isn't pretending. This is programming. You're training your mind to expect the outcome. And when the mind expects something, it begins to create it. Your thoughts shape your focus. Your focus shapes your actions. Your actions shape your future. So before you move, before you act, before you aim, see it first. Picture the strike, picture the result, picture the victory, with so much emotion that you forget it hasn't happened yet. And when you move toward your goal, the world won't understand your calm. They'll ask, how are you so confident? They'll wonder, how did you know what to do? But you will know the truth. You had already been there. You didn't guess. You didn't hope. You saw it. You lived it. Now all you're doing is catching up. Most people are held back, not by their enemies, but by their own doubt. They feel a fire in their soul, but then their mind whispers, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if they laugh at me? I never gave those voices a home, because I knew doubt is louder than failure. It kills more dreams than any obstacle ever could, and I refused to let it live inside me. People wait for permission to believe, permission from their parents, from society, from some random success story they read online. But listen to me. Belief is not something you wait for. It's something you build, brick by brick, thought by thought, every single day. I wasn't born confident. I built my belief in the dark, when no one was clapping, when no one understood me, when no one saw anything but a kid with big dreams. But I didn't care. Because belief doesn't come from approval. It comes from deciding that your vision is more real than your fear. And when you believe with that kind of fire, the world has no choice but to catch up. This is the moment. The moment you finally say, I am enough. Not one day, not when the timing is right. Now, the moment you decide, I will make this real. The moment you believe without asking for permission, that's when everything changes. You don't move timidly, you move like a storm, not with arrogance, but with quiet, unshakable conviction. Even when I failed, I didn't shrink. Even when doors slammed in my face, I didn't stop. I burned through doubt until all that was left was fire. Number 1, fire to keep going. Number 2, fire to fight. Number 3, fire to become. And if you do that, if you light your own fire, you won't need anyone to hand you a match. So let them doubt, let them question. You don't need their approval, you only need the courage to begin. And once you do, they'll stop laughing, they'll stop doubting. They'll look at you and ask, how did you do it? And you'll smile, because you always knew. Most people think success is about adding more tools, more routines, more books, more strategies. But the truth, success comes from subtraction. I didn't become sharp by piling things on. I became sharp by cutting ruthlessly. People can't focus, not because they're weak, but because they're drowning in noise. Number 1, distractions disguised as opportunities. Number 2, people who drain their energy. Number 3, habits that waste their time. Number 4, thoughts that lead nowhere. So I asked myself one question: does this make me sharper or duller? If it didn't sharpen me, it had to go. No apologies, no second guesses. I cut out empty conversations. I cut out chasing approval. I cut out trying to be everywhere for everyone. Because true clarity, the kind that cuts through resistance like a blade, lives in simplicity. People want to be everything, do everything, know everything, but that only leads to confusion. tired, heavy, slow, and worst of all, distracted from their true purpose. A sniper doesn't carry 5 rifles. He carries one tool, one scope, one bullet. He travels light so he can move fast, stay hidden, and strike hard. That's how I live. My fighting style, not built on adding more moves, but on eliminating the useless ones. It's not the daily increase, but the daily decrease. Hick away at the unessential. Every kick, every punch, every word had purpose. No waste, no fluff, just precision. Want to be powerful? Start cutting. Number 1, trim your goals down to one clear mission. Number 2, trim your time to what actually builds you. Number 3, trim your relationships to only those who challenge and uplift you. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, like you're losing things, but that's the test, because the path to greatness is lonely, simple, and clear. And once you clear the space, you'll feel something new. Sharpness, clarity, like your mind can finally breathe, like you finally remember why you're here. This world is full of cluttered minds and tired hearts. Be different, be clear, be light, like a blade, and cut through everything in your way. People love to quote me, be like water. They wear it on shirts, post it online, but they don't understand. They think water is soft, calm, peaceful, but they forget. Water is also the most powerful force on earth. Number 1, it doesn't ask for permission. Number 2, it flows where it wants. Number 3, and when the time comes, it destroys mountains. So yes, I said be like water, but not to be passive. I said it so you could learn how to adapt, how to bend, and when needed, how to break through. Water has no shape. It becomes whatever it touches. Put it in a cup, it becomes the cup. Pour it into a river, it becomes the current. That's how I lived. I didn't trap myself in rigid styles, strict routines, or fixed identities. When life changed, I changed. When the fight shifted, I shifted. When a door closed, I flowed around it. But understand this, water doesn't just flow, it crashes. When the time comes to strike, to move with force, water doesn't hesitate. Most people are stuck in extremes. Number 1, too rigid, unable to adapt. Number 2, too soft, afraid to assert. I chose both. I could be calm, like a still lake. I could be fierce, like a tidal wave. The key, knowing when. You'll face resistance. People will misunderstand you. Plans will fall apart. Your power won't come from control. It will come from adaptability. A rock gets broken by the world, but water forces the world to move around it. Adaptability isn't weakness. It's intelligence. It means you're not stuck. It means you learn, adjust, and grow faster than anything trying to hold you back. So don't just be a fighter. Be formless. Be unpredictable. Be untouchable. And when the moment comes, when the pressure builds, strike like steel, not with fear, not with hesitation, but with the unstoppable power of someone who has flowed through the storm and arrives with precision and force. I trained so relentlessly, so consistently, that when the moment arrived, I didn't hesitate. I didn't wait for confidence. I didn't need approval. I didn't wait for the crowd to cheer. I trusted my preparation and I moved. Don't think, feel like a finger pointing toward the moon. Focus too much on the finger and you miss everything beyond it. That was my truth. I didn't waste time analyzing the moment. I stepped into it, fully, fearlessly, because I understood something. Fear is always there, but you don't have to listen to it. Fear isn't the enemy. In fact, if you feel it, it means you're close to something real, something important, something worth chasing. And here's the secret. The only way to silence fear is to go through it, not around it, not over it, through it. When you fire without fear, you don't become reckless. You become free. Free from needing validation. Free from waiting for signs. Free from the illusion of perfect timing. Because perfect timing, it's a lie. There is only now. This breath, this decision, this trigger. When you live with full presence, full trust, and full commitment, your actions carry weight. Not sloppy, panicked movements, but clean, powerful, precise execution. That's why I trained. That's why I practiced a single kick 10,000 times. So when the time came, I wouldn't question, I would strike. And here's what I want you to understand. You are ready, more ready than you think. You don't need another month of research. You don't need 10 more opinions. You don't need to have every detail figured out. You just need to pull the trigger, move, speak, build, create, start. The world doesn't need another perfectly prepared person who never acts. It needs someone willing to strike, even while afraid. And when you do that, when you fire without fear, you don't just hit your target, you become unstoppable because you never needed luck. You built something stronger, courage in motion. So load your focus, breathe in your vision, silence your doubt, and when the moment comes, fire, not with fear, but with everything you've become. This world is full of dreamers who never pull the trigger. Be different, be precise, be deadly in your clarity. Every lesson here is a bullet for your mind. Load them, take the shot. You don't need luck, you need to aim, and now you have it.